Shamai Elite Dangerous Chums, welcome to another episode of View from a Bridge, and today we're actually in the Mandalay. Now this is not the Mamba, it looks exactly the same, and the reason is you can see this little window down below, you can see that our little plants there that we're going to gather in a minute. Well, that is the big difference. Now the Mandalay is exactly the same, but I'm still going to talk you through it just in case you have not seen the Mamba view from a bridge. Now, when I say view from a bridge, it's really the bridge or cockpit of the spaceship in the game that's currently in the game. It's not a future interior. Now, yes, I know some people can see how that might be clickbait, but I'm trying to introduce a discussion that there are already ship interiors in the game that people are not aware of. And if you play in VR, you will see these, because for some people, this is what they want with regards to ship interior, and they may not realise it's available, especially brand new players. So if you disagree with me, then and think it is clickbait, then do drop a comment and complain and drop a downvote and whatever. But give me a chance to do the little bit of video because it's not going to take very long. Right, so ship interiors. Well, what we've got is this massive view in the cockpit, and it's a lot bigger than if you're just in 2D, and that's because you've got all this down window as well as the up window, which looks quite amazing and breathtaking, and it is one of the best ship interiors in the game. You can of course tell that it's a Mandalay from the shape of the ship on the visual displays there, with the shields and all that business. But if we look to the left, we will say it's exactly the same as the Mamba, but the Mandalay schematic is on the screen now rather than the Mamba schematic. So that is one of the differences, but there are not a lot. If we look right around, it's exactly the Mamba, except for that window right there. It's exactly the Mamba. So if you've watched that Mamba video, hopefully you're not a little bit disappointed. If we look to the right though, you can see the back end of the ship. Now this for me is the most exciting and interesting part of the ship that makes it one of the best ship interiors in the game. Oh no, I ain't got the microphone. Hold on, I'm going to lose the view. Sorry everyone if I do that. Let's get the microphone. So there we go. So I wasn't hand holding the microphone there. So, great ship interior. Do you agree with me? Now looking at the back, you've got some stairs that go down below to that little door there. I want to know what's in there. Is that a toilet/shower cubicle? So it's an all-in-one little square box. Imagine an actual square foot plate. It's got like a hole in the centre to go to the toilet in, yeah? And the shower nozzle at the top to shower down below, so you can have a shower and a poo at the same time. How are we? How good's that? That's exactly what's down there. And I think FDev should listen to me. As a major YouTuber, I've got a few 1,700 or whatever it is people that watch my video that are subscribed, or whatever, you know. A handful of people might watch this video, so therefore FDev should invite me into their special scheme to give me free spaceships. Anyway, looking down below, I really like the detail that they've gone into. You've got a set of ladders down there from the pilot ship. You can also go up to the co-pilot ship seat up there, which is amazing, one of the best. It looks out over the top of the pilot's head, which I really like. You can imagine my seat here being the gunner in an Apache, and that seat up there being the pilot in an Apache, for example, which is Tim Peake's favourite helicopter. But not for exciting reasons of Tim Peake blowing people up with it. No, it's because it's the one he flew the most, sadly. He wouldn't tell me about how many other things that he had blown up. He didn't go into that much depth of conversation, unfortunately. Glad he's an honorary colonel, though, anyway. Right, looking down below, you can see that these massive power cables going in there. Really, really nice details. I like the cable management. It's very nice and clean. I really would like to see over the edge. If we go to the outside of the ship to finish this video, maybe I will do that. I don't like the idea of going outside in VR, which I will show you now. But looking out down there, there's lots of units, and you can imagine some kind of storage there. What's in there? Have you got some dead babies in there, or some alive babies in vitro, frozen, in case I die? That's where they get remade or something. I don't know. Is there a little picnic table that I can't quite see down there, or a barbecue? You could have a barbecue for two. That would be really delightful, because it is a little bit summery out there. I'm going to risk a look to the front, but I do like the back end. Now this is why I completely disagree with a lot of, at least noobs, ideas of ship interiors, but a lot of people's idea of ship interiors is actually something different than this. It is actually just something that's which I would like to see that in the game, but I would never functionally use it compared to using this in VR, which just adds to the immersion. This is what the game is all about. It's about being in the pilot seat. It's not about being a warehouse operative. I've been a warehouse operative. I don't want to do that again, especially not in the game. I've done it in GTA, but it's nostalgia talking there. It's not something I genuinely want to do as a job ever again. Yes, looking at that, so that's the right hand side. Let's look at the left hand side just to get that closed off properly. So, it's working nicely now in VR. Sometimes your head sticks to this seat here and you can't quite see. The detailing is amazing, keep clear, all that business. We're going to go outside and scan our doodah in a minute. You've got a little speaker there. Is that a speaker or is that a light? It looks like it could be a speaker or a light speaker. And also, this little square thing in front, that could be your drum kit. If you've got some drumsticks, you just beat out some tunes on there while you're doing your exobiology. I'm just saying stuff that's random actually. This is not I've not written this. I can't write it. I'm in VR. I can't see it. I did think about writing a script and holding it under. There's a little gap in the headset. Right, so I think that's covered off exactly what the ship interior looks like. But as a combat vessel, you can see why the Mamba's amazing. I tried the Mamba at combat, didn't like it. I've never liked the Mamba at combat. I like just flying the Mamba. I like that experience because of this. But now I've got this ship, I've no reason to fly the Mamba ever again and try and punish myself. Because some people love the Mamba. I just don't get on with it. It's a good ship. I'm not saying it's rubbish or anything. It just doesn't suit my style of play. I'm not a good enough pilot. All ships are good in their own right, obviously. Let's disembark and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the outside. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to suffer the VR experience. Now, you want to get VR for the ships. You don't want to get VR for this. I'm not going to go and scan that thing. I am going to scan it. Can you see? Can you see the interior there with that? That's the little window in front of us that we can see. So if we just come upwards a little bit, you can see the pilot's chair. There it is. And then we see on top. But what I'm going to show you is something interesting, particularly to the Mandalay. Do you see that gap there behind the pilot's headrest? Where I'm pointing with the little white dot, yeah? That is something that is not there. It doesn't exist. It's a flaw. How excited is that? I found a flaw in the Mandalay at last. I was looking for that. And is that one of the legs? Yeah, if you look, that's the boarding travelator down there. You see that? With that silver edge right there. How funny is that? But it's not on the other side. It's on that side. But let's walk over it. So we're right over the top of it now. You can see the wheel. Is that a wheel? One of the legs, no. But let's just try and walk off the edge and see what it's looking at. There is a wheel, see? What the hell? What are we looking at? We're looking through down here, so you can see the edge of that walking deck. Somehow we're seeing through this, which is obviously solid when we're on the outside. So that's not a ship interior. I'm sorry for doing that. So if you disagree with me doing that, drop a comment of hate for making you do this home cinema. I was supposed to be in the cinema tonight, but there was potential for work and ending late, so I decided not to go. So no, I'm not in the cinema. That's all because of work. That's what work does to you. It ruins your life, basically. Right, let's go. Let's get on board again. Oh, actually, I want to go and scan that thing. So I'll do an outro. Thank you very much for watching, and there will be more View from the Bridge in the future. This is probably one of the best, if not the best probably. It probably is the best medium cockpit in the game. Medium bridge in the game. It's very much like a cockpit. I like it. It's one of my favourites. That's why I've done the video again. Sorry if you watched the Mamba video last week, but there's a different level of nonsense and more liveliness in this week, isn't there? Because I finished work early, ironically, when tickets had sold for Paddington 3. Have you seen Paddington 3 yet? Drop it in the comments if it's worth watching. Don't put any spoilers. Thank you very much. Did you cry? I'm going to cry if I watch it. Hopefully for the emotional reasons and not because it's a terrible film. Anyway, I've talked enough. I hope you have an excellent Sunday. There'll be more VFAB next week. The best one video I think I'll put right at the end of the series. Hopefully it's in time for Christmas, but maybe there will be some more after that. Drop a comment if you've enjoyed it, and I will make more of these style of videos now you know what it's all about. It's nothing to do with top secret nonsense ship interiors. There is actually a guy who posted videos who has developed ship interiors. Maybe I'll put the link in my videos as stock. I should do that. I think the guy may not be alive anymore, sadly. I mean, that makes me feel sad, actually, just thinking about that. I'm not saying that from the YouTube. I feel sorry for people, obviously, that have a bad time and, die, and the people that are left behind. So try not to die and leave people behind, because they're incredibly sad. But he seemed like a nice guy. Anyway, that's miserable. End on a high. It's still the weekend, hopefully for you. So enjoy that. Don't concentrate on the Negi Nigels. Get out there, do some exobiology. Get out there, buy the Mandalay. Check out my review on the Mandalay. I've done that. I'll drop that in the comments, in the description as well. Full review, 100% unbiased, and I still stand by everything in the review. Check out the comments if you want to see my heated discussion with other people, which is quite funny. And if you want to have a heated discussion with me about the ship interiors and talking about this video being clickbait, even though right at the start I explained exactly what the video is all about, then do that and drop a dislike, and we can talk about it, about what a ship interior is, and what you can tell me what a ship interior would bring to the game for you, and how much long-term gameplay that would do. Because for me, exobiology, this has provided some long-term gameplay. Is ship interiors going to do that? And if it's going to do that, how is it going to do that for you? Tell me that. Thank you very much for watching. Have a most excellent day. If you are playing Elite Dangerous, of course.